it's all about the clap back. Get your boss whack, premier's funeral on Snapchat. You now tuned into the bag.
I'm just pulling up, I don't know what this money been doing to me. I just been buying foreign cars and blowing bands on jewelry. And I'm pulling up with that.
What's good, y'all? Fist Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fist Unit while you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Listen. The Eagles are up Schitt's Creek without a damn paddle. This is bad. You know what's so sad about the Philadelphia Eagles right now? You know what's so sad about Carson Wentz? You want to make an Eagle fan cry? I do. I don't know about y'all, but I want to make an Eagle fan cry. You know the scariest part about the Carson Wentz? Do you want to call it a tragedy? Oh, yeah, okay, I guess we can call it a tragedy. I like to call it a fitting end to a bad movie. But if y'all want to call it a Greek tragedy, let's call it a tragedy. You know the harshest part about this Shakespeare tragedy known as Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles? That $150 million contract they gave him. It doesn't start till next season. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the situation. Let this sink in. All the Eagles had to do was wait. They didn't have to give him a contract. All they had to do was wait. And the Eagles could have got away from Carson Wentz. The Eagles could be tanking right now for Trevor Lawrence. They could be tanking for Justin Fields, Trey Lance, whoever the fuck else. That's what they could have been doing. But guess what? They were worried about all poor Carson Wentz's feelings. We gotta make him feel like he's the man. We gotta make him feel like this is his team. We gotta pay Carson Wentz. So they paid him 2 years early. So when they paid Carson Wentz, he still had 2 years left on his rookie deal. So that means his new money doesn't kick in until 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Fist Unit soldiers of all ages. Would Carson Wentz get $34 million a season in free agency this summer? I don't think so. Check this out, right? Y'all laugh at Jameis, my good old buddy, old friend, pal, Jameis Winston. Y'all mocked and y'all ridiculed and y'all threw him away like a piece of garbage. Jameis Winston threw for over 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. All y'all talked about was the interceptions. That's it. Y'all didn't give a damn. Didn't give a hot damn about the good he did. All y'all cared about was, oh, Jameis threw 30 interceptions. Jameis threw 30 interceptions. Ladies and gentlemen, I like to give you Carson Wentz's 14 interceptions in 10 games. This bozo has thrown 14 picks and 14 touchdowns and 2,300 yards in 10 games. Now, I know white privilege is a powerful thing. White privilege is a motherfucker. It really is. Take it from a black guy. It's one of the most powerful things you can have on the planet is white privilege. But I'm willing to bet you my bottom dollar that he's a backup in free agency in 2021. He's a backup. There's no way in hell. If Jameis Winston couldn't get a starting job, I know for a fact Carson Wentz ain't getting no starting job. Maybe in Indianapolis because of Frank Reich. Maybe Indy. But if Jameis Winston and Cam Newton could barely get contracts because they thought they were washed up, there's no way in hell Carson Wentz is getting $34 million a year. You know what? I take that back. He is going to be a starter because Frank Reich, I know there's no way in Frank Reich would Frank White would do 10 backflips over hot flaming coals to get Carson Wentz and get Phillip Rivers' old ass the hell up out of Indy. So he'd be a starter, but I bet you my YouTube channel, I would literally delete my YouTube channel if the Indianapolis Colts gave Carson Wentz $35 million a year. I'd delete my damn YouTube channel. There's no way in hell. In 2021, Carson Wentz gets $35 million a year. Check this out, right? 2021, he's at 35 mil. 2022, he's at 31. 2023, he's at 34. 2024, he's at 32. You think he getting that on the open market? Those are his cap numbers. Those are Carson Wentz's cap numbers. 35, 31, 34, 32. That's his cap number the next 5 seasons. Eagles, you messed up. You blew it. You fumbled the bag. You did. Like I said, y'all want to make an Eagle fan cry, y'all retweet this video on Facebook, y'all share this on Twitter, Instagram. If you know Eagle fans, you share them this video and you make sure that you ruin their day, because that's the saddest, scariest, worst part of the entire Carson Wentz tragedy is the new money don't kick in till next season. That's the sad part. And you know what intrigues me the most, about this situation is he's fragile. So I'm curious. Carson Wentz hurt 2017, hurt at the end of 2018. What was the rush to give him this money? What was the rush to give Carson Wentz that contract? I don't get it. And Doug Peterson's off the hook. I'm actually gonna give Doug Peterson a pass for the Carson Wentz thing. I'm giving him a pass. You know why I'm giving Doug Peterson a pass? Because the more and more reports come out, the more and more people talk about it. He didn't want Wentz. He wanted to keep Foles. So we're gonna give him a pass. And I know what y'all thinking. Oh, Foles is garbage with Chicago. You're right. He is trash in Chicago. He a whole bum in Chicago. But in Philly, it worked. That's all that matters. In Philadelphia, it worked. Tom Brady's a bum in Tampa. It ain't working. So, you know, when it's all said and done, you had the coach. You had the quarterback. Is it as flashy as Carson Wentz? No, but it worked. The Eagles were the Eagles when they had Nick Foles. When Nick Foles was the Eagles quarterback, they had a swagger, they had a confidence about them, they had that underdog mentality that really represents the heart and soul of Philly. That's what the Eagles had. They ain't had it since Nick Foles left. Rocky was an underdog. Nick Foles is an underdog. You feel me? That's Philly. That's Philly. I love it. Nothing better than seeing your enemies downfall. I'm a Giants fan. I bleed blue. And it makes my day. It brings a smile to my face. It keeps my dick hard at night, knowing that the Eagles are dying a slow death. It makes my dick hard at night, knowing that the Cowboys are dying a slow death. And, you know, Washington been bad for so damn long, you know, that's just like whatever. Water is wet, the sky is blue on a sunny day, and it's black at nighttime. I mean, that's just the order of things. But you know, people, on a brighter note, the Eagles, at least you had Jalen Reagor. I mean, for real, Eagles, at least you drafted Jalen Reagor. Imagine what would... I mean, damn. Could you imagine if the Eagles drafted Chase Claypool or Justin Jefferson? I mean, sheesh. Thank God they drafted Reagor. They're so smart. The Eagles are so ahead of the curve. Wait a minute. Hold on, time out. Here's the sad part. They got Jalen Hurts. They got Jalen Hurts, but they can't play Jalen Hurts because Carson Wentz's new money ain't even kicked in yet. How you gonna bench your quarterback? His new money only ain't kick in. Carson Wentz gonna be on the bench making $30-something million a year. Yo, it is only week 11. You know the injury coming. You know the Carson Wentz back injury coming. You know the spasm. They're gonna sit him in like 3 weeks. All right, in like 2 or 3 weeks, they're probably gonna sit Carson Wentz, call it an injury, and they're gonna put in Jalen Hurts to see what he has. Come back to this video in about 3 weeks. Come back to it. Come back to this video in about 3 weeks. Something's going to go wrong with Carson Wentz, and they're going to start Jalen Hurts for like the last 2, maybe 3 weeks of the season to see what they have. Come back to the video. Come back to it. That's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you rockin' with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.